Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Welcome back to the show. Anke Tol joining us here, the founder and creator of TOLEY RANZ. Excited to have her here from beautiful Sedona, Arizona. Welcome back to the show. How are you?
Hi, Jill. Oh, I'm wonderful. How about yourself?
I'm doing great,
Always
sweetheart.
busy.
Beautiful day in New
Yes.
York, but yeah, I'm going to get some rain soon, but feeling good. Now, you are a shamanic life coach and also developed this amazing TOLEY RANZ program. We're going to talk more about that. And really, your philosophy, your experiences have really done you well with this program to help so many people, especially children. Please tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, the TOLEY RANZ program is actually it's a little whimsical character called TOLEY RANZ, which comes from the word tolerance. And I split it apart and gave it Tolly first name and RANZ the last name. And that character talks to children, reminds children of their inner power and to listen to their heart. And the whispered is the magical tool that children connect with this character. And the program is actually for children between 4 and 10. You know, those years before they are practically exposed to negative influence like teasing and bullying. And the preteen years, 8 to 11, that's the most vulnerable time frame in their young life. And TOLEY RANZ, we have recognized that, and I'm focusing on those years because starting prevention or teaching self-esteem when they are 13 or 18 is a little late. We need to introduce that when the children are very young before the negative influences set in.
And just to remind people to find you, TOLEYRANZ.com, TOLEYRANZ.com. Everything from storybooks, the plush toys, which I have for my kids, songs, cartoon videos, games, I mean, you name it. There's so much to focus on, self-awareness, ditching the guilt, downloadable webinars and courses. And what did you want our audience to know today?
I would like to share with our audience the before. And before is prevention. And what I'm pointing out is when we say stop bullying, isn't that a fact that bullying already has taken place? So we need to focus on before. So how do we do that? So when young children, age 3, 4, 5, go to pre-kindergarten, kindergarten, that is when we parents and grandparents still have very, very much influence over our children. That is when we need to start implementing those tools TOLEY RANZ provides. And then first grade through 4th or 5th grade, that is when we need to do before work. And the before work is speaking with children, with giving them the tools how to feel secure within. So they can stand up to another child and say, oh, that wasn't nice. You need to stop that. But children don't have those tools, and TOLEY RANZ teaches that. So when we hear programs or even, wristbands with the words stop bullying, what does that mean? It means that we say a phrase that it's not powerful. It doesn't do anything. Stop bullying. But how do we stop bullying? How can we initiate? And the initiation has to actually start with the parents, grandparents, teachers. In order, we need to feel good about ourselves so we can model it for the children. And that is the big I wouldn't say problem. I think too many parents and grandparents don't have the tools. Everything is about stop bullying. Then I come back and say, how? In capital letters. How do we do it? And that, I think, is what truly, truly needs to be focused on.
Wow. And to start getting young people into this, what is the process like with your program?
Well, especially young children. I'm talking about the children 4, 5 to 10, 11, 4th, 5th grade. Because afterwards it's, what am I going to do with this little cartoon character? But it is not a cartoon character to look at cartoons. The cartoon character, Toley Ranz, in all the drawings, in color books, in storybooks, on the website, in games, it's all there. And everything focuses on embracing self-confidence and teaching our children the steps how to learn self-confidence. Also, I call it the Toley Ranz platform, before. Before is the thing we need to embrace. So what can we do for parents? So I came up with the word before. The B stands that parents learn to give their children boundaries. The E stands for engagement. Let's be engaged in everything our children do. And then F is feelings. Let's open up our own feelings. Give our children permission to open their feelings, to show their feelings, and not tell a little boy, stop crying, don't be such a sissy. That is so wrong. Then in the word before, the O stands for overreaction. Parents, grandparents, please don't overreact. They're just little people. Then the R stands for respect. Yes, they're shorter than we are, but they're our little humans, and we need to have respect for them and show them by having respect for ourselves. And then the E in the word before stands for effectiveness. And if you look through, as parents and grandparents, if you look through the whole website, you find games, you find the 10-point honor code, which you might want to print and put it on the fridge. There are activities, there are color books, there are coloring books, there are story books. It's all there. You show them. You experienced it. You received the plush toys as an example. How did your kids react to that?
Yeah, they love it. My little guy who's 6, my older guy, it was funny, he's 8. He's like, what's that? And then my little guy had the babysitter's daughter over here who was 3, and she was playing with it, and I was explaining to her, go to the website, check out all this stuff, because she's only 3, so she's learning, but the colors on the doll really popped, and she loved it. It's adorable. And
and did they press Toley Ranz's right hand and listen to the affirmation.
Positive affirmations.
Great job.
Yes. Uh-huh. What else? What else does he say, or she say, or they say?
Yeah, you're right.
I know, right? We gotta be.
Is gender neutral. It says, great job. I believe in you. You're awesome. These motivational phrases, it's like the doll talks to the children, and that's the magic about it. And all the colors are very specifically chosen because colors inspire children's minds and brains. That's why you have that rich color. So when children have Toley Ranz, parents need the help with a little guide. Sometimes we're so stuck in everyday work and what's going on in everybody's life every day. But when we just pay attention for just a few moments, like I mentioned a while ago, the TOLEY RANZ boundaries, engagement, feelings, overreaction, respect, and effectiveness are the word before. And when we implement those values and many, many more before children go to school and keep on teaching those values before extreme teasing or even bullying and other kinds of abuse sets in, those children will benefit for good. And helping parents to see this platform of before, it's going to be this weekend on the website with a big link. So that's brand new for the parents to look it up.
Got it. All right. Well, thank you so much. We have to take our break. Would you mind sharing best form of contact, please?
Of course. www.TOLEYRANZ, that's TOLEYRANZ.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Let's take that break, and when we return, we'll find out more, obviously, about the work you're doing. Thank you again for being here, for joining us, Anke. Always a pleasure. Stand by.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. The IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation.
Call 800-386-9945. 800-386-9945. 800-386-9945.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Is there something that you've been struggling with that you just haven't been able to overcome? Are you ready to move beyond the struggle? Hi, I'm Erin Patterson, certified clinical hypnotherapist and master hypnotic coach, and I offer hypnotherapy and hypnotic coaching programs to help clients overcome just about anything. Book a free consultation at www.erinmpatterson.com. That's www.airenmpatterson.com. And let's get started today.
Do you want to be healthier? Do you want to have better relationships? Do you want to have more abundance and success in your career? Maximize your potential in this lifetime with Feng Shui. My name is Ayalita Lito. I'm a Feng Shui master. I help my clients achieve all of this and more. Contact me at AELITALETO.com. AyalitaLito.com.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
And Anke will both joining us here today from the TOLEY RANZ program, helping so many children out there worldwide about quitting the blame and getting rid of guilt and bullying and helping people become better people and self-empowering them and their parents. So I also want to find out more about you as a person. Could you share a little bit of your backstory? It's been a while since we spoke of it, but I think people would like to hear a little bit about you. And, yes, the violin playing substitute teacher, woken by the love of music. Tell us.
Yeah, you know how it is. And I taught many years in inner city schools, in poverty-stricken schools, and that's actually where TOLEY RANZ originated. And during that time of teaching, I remembered during post-war Germany, when poverty was really every place, we had substitute teachers. And this one substitute teacher taught us through his violin play. And not only was he able to calm us down and enriched our souls with this beautiful play, but he also sparked the arts within us. And that was, it's a lifelong companion for me. So what I did with this memory in the inner city schools where I taught sixth graders, I incorporated art. So we created sketches. We created an invisible stage in the classroom. And in order to teach math and English and social studies, they had to measure and do the math with the stage. And they had to write sketches, use English grammar and spelling. That's how I taught my children there. And that's how TOLEY RANZ came about. So that character was, it was and is a representative of what children feel. It represents a child's soul, the inner yes, no, the inner wrong and right, and the inner knowledge every child, every one of us has of wrong and right. And that is what the character TOLEY RANZ brings out in children, therefore strengthening them and showing them how to believe in themselves and their own actions. So that's about TOLEY RANZ.
Amazing. Well, we always appreciate you being here and being so gifted to help so many people with this, really, and reaching the soul of a child. There's so much that you do, and also being a journalist, veteran educator, and all these stop bullying programs. I mean, what do you love the most? Do you have, it's accolades, right? Even TOLEY RANZ was acknowledged, you said, by President Bill Clinton, right?
Yes, that's correct, for my community work. Yeah, I was a nominee for the President's Service Award.
And for the rest of today's show, is there something maybe that we haven't talked about in particular?
Oh, yes, there are many.
There's a lot. I mean, you're from Germany. We've got your book, The Piece of the Wall. There's a lot to you. So what else do you want to share with us?
It is interesting. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. It is interesting that you bring up Germany, and I mentioned the poverty and the problems and all that. But it is what our children today, I mean, not only individual children per se, when there is a mass shooting anywhere, our children suffer everywhere. And that is it's a sense of war. Small children cannot put that into words. They don't know the words. But we adults know, my gosh, that's like war. That fear is paralyzing. Children can't learn. And that is actually the base how TOLEY RANZ came about, helping the children to find some joy, some beauty. And, when we send our children now for school begin to school, I want to see that parent who hasn't a thought way back in the mind. We hope and nothing happens. And you know, when you go into the background of all these horrific happenings, there is always something that happened in the childhood. Traumatic experiences in childhood can shape a child for life. And just recently, I've done very much research. And just recently, two professors from the Hamlin University, they wanted to change something. And they said it's impossible. We cannot only focus on the negative. We must focus on the future, on hope. And when we recognize that the emotional state of a child can be identifiable when the crisis starts, that alone is hope. Because when we know something, a problem, in this case, an identifiable crisis point, we can do something about it. We can change something. In our case, in TOLEY RANZ's case, is when, in order to prevent, we need to do something before those so-called identifiable crises show up. So we need to prevent, do something before. And that is what TOLEY RANZ is all about. We include parents, their self-care, which is very, very important, so they can guide their own children. You know, Jill, I know very well how it is when a mom has two jobs and money is not enough and nerves are at the end of the rope and we lose it sometimes. We're only humans. I know that. Been there, done that. I was a single mother of 3. So I know what I'm talking about. There is help. TOLEY RANZ is the help for any parent out there who is, practically at the end of the rope. So listen to me. Click, visit, call me, send me an email. I'm here for you.
Did you ever think about doing like a TV show? I mean, has TOLEY RANZ ever been picked up yet for a show?
Gosh, when can we start?
Seriously,
Yes.
This is great. Have you pitched it to networks? Tell me if
No.
No. Oh my goodness.
I have written 13 sketches for a series, but I have not. Jill, you might want to help me.
Yes.
Because this program has to be in front of children. It has to be, because it's not only for children. It is for parents as well. And when we work together, I mean, yes. You know, when you read a 10-year-old commit suicide because he fell through the cracks, it breaks my heart. It does not have to be. We need to help each other. And TOLEY RANZ helps children. TOLEY RANZ shares. TOLEY RANZ is there for parents. Think about the name TOLEY RANZ comes from the word tolerance. What is tolerance? There are people who forget tolerance. I'm not tolerant. No, tolerance is charity, kindness, mindfulness, consideration. All of those values they're included in tolerance. Sure, I don't have to tolerate bad behavior or ugly words from somebody. But I have to be tolerant of if somebody is different than I am. And that, again, I'm pointing out the 10-point honor code, where TOLEY RANZ says in number 1, accept others for whom they are, or not taking drugs is a given, or being a role model is being a leader. Those 10 points guide and help parents. And there is a complete activity book to help parents. Now I could talk about it forever, my dear. Jill, that is or could be a TV series.
Yeah,
Yes.
it can. Well, thank you.
Believe me.
Oh, my goodness. Well, thank you so much. Let's figure out who wants to get in touch with you, how we do so.
Yeah. I love it.
Anke Tol, come on, Toley Ranz, TOLEYRANZ.com. Reach out to her, and really, I mean, anyone listening that could help develop this into more than what it is, especially with kids today on social media. Maybe a YouTube channel, maybe YouTube videos. Start off there, but it needs to be heard. Self-belief through thoughtful awareness, and really, we
Well,
appreciate.
there is a YouTube channel, Toley Ranz.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Well, we got.
Yes, there are many, many videos.
Oh my gosh! Oh, that's what the videos are. Okay, perfect. But I mean, like a YouTube series, like Call Toley Ranz, where it's actually, we need to have him this to get broadcast. We need it on all the networks and have new episodes once a week.
No problem.
Yeah, let the kids watch something educational.
Material.
Yes. Oh my God. Thank you so much. All right, Anke, time to go. I apologize. You have a great week. Okay.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Bye, bye, hun.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Let's go inside the mind of a 10-year-old.
I should have worn those earrings today. I like those earrings. Gabby has those awesome earrings. I need to ask her where she got those, but that's just what she would want me to do. I'll have Michaela ask her for me.
Buckle up, Sarah.
Yeah, but then Michaela will be like, why don't you just ask her yourself? That's just like Michaela.
Sarah, buckle up.
Michaela's such a great name. I wish I was called Michaela. There's like a dozen Sarahs in my class.
Hey, we're not hitting the road until you buckle up, honey.
Oh yeah, seatbelt. I forget sometimes because my brain is like busy, you know? I wonder if there's pizza at school today.
Sometimes it can be tough to get through to your kids, but it's not impossible. Always make sure they're wearing their seatbelts, even on short drives. Remember, you have the keys, you have the power. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. Visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup for more information.